author of books on Hillary Clinton, also the Republican Party. Thank you so much for coming to see us, Jean-Éric. The title of your book about the Republican Party suggests that you believe Donald Trump is, as he set out, to destroy the Republican Party. Tell us more.
Yeah, the question is to know if Donald Trump wants to destroy the Republican Party or if the Republican Party wants to commit suicide. Because actually, the Republican Party is in big trouble for several years now. We know there are many, we could say, factions inside the Republican Party. And Donald Trump came and opposed all those factions one with the other. And this is the reason of his success, basically. Actually, if the establishment would have decided to have only one candidate, they could have a great success in this campaign. But on the contrary, they had not one, not two, not three, not four, but several candidates to oppose Donald Trump. And finally, the ballots were not on their side. Can you realize that there were 17 candidates for the Republican Party? That's huge. And so when Donald Trump started to get a rise, you know, he was alone. And the strategic error that the Republicans made, it was to be all against him from the beginning. So, of course, he appeared for the public as the one who was different. And this is what he was saying also. You know, his speech was to say, I'm different, I'm not in politics, I'm just a person like you. So I want to destroy this. And this is what he did. And the Super Tuesday was the final destruction of the Republican Party.
Yeah, but so what you're saying basically is that they should have invested more money in one or two front-runner candidates, you know, for the Republican nomination, rather than that huge array of candidates,
Absolutely.
meaning that none of them were adequately groomed. But clearly there's something about Donald Trump that appeals to a large section of American society right now. And he could argue that he represents the new face of the Republican Party, out with the old, in with the new.
The question is to know if it is that new, actually, because we had in the past people were exactly like him. Of course, Buchanan has been mentioned several times. I would like to mention two others. The first one is Barry Goldwater, which is seldom mentioned, and it should be. Remember what Goldwater said? That was in 1964, and he had the establishment against him. Oh, it's about what we have at the moment. And he said at that time, extremism in the defense of liberty is no vice. And then he concluded saying, moderation in the pursuit of justice is no virtue. That's exactly what Donald Trump is saying, basically, right now. Later on, you had John McGovern. It was exactly the same with this anti-Vietnam War. He was also able to attract the majority of the voters on his name against what the establishment wanted. You know, this is not new in the history of the Republican Party. So we're going to have exactly the same movement right now. The establishment on one side and the voters on the other side. And he should give the same results. Remember, if I take Goldwater again, I'm sure all the people watching us right now remember this television ad with Daisy, the little girl picking the daisies. And there was a voice in the background counting 10, 9, 8, until 1, up to now. And there was the bombing at the end. And that was the destruction of the party at that time.
So what should the old guard do?
Excuse me?
What should the old guard do then?
That's the question. What should have they done before? Because right now I think it's too late. Everything what is done is too late. Marco Rubio attacking Donald Trump, that was too late. Romney with his speech, that was too late. John McCain, he did not react when he was attacked. Remember, he was attacked for his hero status. He remained silent. You know, at the time he should have reacted very violently, saying, you cannot say such a thing. You know, I was a hero. I gave my blood for the country. Even if I was taken prisoner for a while, I was there. You have not been to the army, never. But he did not react. Now it's too late. So the old guard is coming right now, trying to stop Donald Trump. But, you know, the tide is coming. What is going to happen? I think he's going to be crowned at the end. And for me, it's going to be crowned again. Of course, it's not the right word, but in California in June, as soon as the 7th of June. And that's the biggest nightmare for the Republican Party, because they wouldn't have aimed not to reach this fabulous number of 1,200 delegates or so, and so he will have the majority for the convention.
Okay, well, thank you so much for sharing that with us.
Thank you.
Jean-Éric Branaa, author there. Thank you so much again. Let's get a recap of our top stories here on France